What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Cat and Mark Show. And today we have PovMaster and Donny from Content Candy TV. Guys, these are the two of my favorite porn stars and OnlyFans creators, okay? Guys, welcome.
Hello, thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so first questions first.
Oh, straight into it. I like it.
The trippiness in the background. What is going on there?
This is the Trippy House in Las Vegas. Lydia Grace owns a house. This is like her little content house, and she rents it out to content creators. And what are you doing? The light. Turn the light on.
Oh, he's putting the sign on. Yeah, there's a little. So when I was in, I was just in Vegas a couple months ago, and I visited the Trippy House in Vegas, and it is very.
Oh,
cool.
you were here?
You
stayed here?
I heard she didn't leave. I'm surprised she's here. She went missing. By the way, we went to Vegas together. Okay, this was meant to be a Cat and Mark trip. Well, let's spend some quality time. I didn't see her for like a week. Where did you go? Excuse me.
Didn't you all get married or something at the chapel?
We got married. I left. I came back. But where were you? Because I didn't hear from you for a few days.
You left by this time.
Don't avoid the question. Where were you?
Tell us.
Okay. All right.
She may or may not have been in my bedroom.
Nice.
What did you say about me?
In his bedroom. All right. So you guys had some fun. You shot some content.
We did actually, yeah, we did, yeah.
I heard it.
And I have shot content here in the Gold Coast actually a while back. But yeah, Donny and I shot content when I was in Vegas. So everybody listening, you can see my videos with both of these two. We're advertising that just straight off the bat.
Usually that comes at the end. You're jumping right into it.
It's like Black Friday discounts on the pages.
You guys brought it up. Bloody hell.
All right, guys. How was it shooting with Kat?
It was all right.
Because, I'll give some context. They both went quiet. I'll give some context, okay? I shoot with Kat a podcast every single week, as you guys know.
Yeah.
And when I get here, I spend 20, 30 minutes getting yelled at, okay? The light's the wrong way. We need this. We can't have that up. Put this camera here.
Mark, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same when you're shooting content.
I resent that. No, I'm not. I'm such a treat.
She was actually pretty good when I filmed with her on the Gold Coast. She was scared. She was scared, but she was good.
She was scared.
She was like very anxious.
Oh,
well, that's good. So PovMaster and I did my first MMF on the Gold Coast.
Did we?
It was scary. It was my first one. So it was PovMaster and Axel Ryder. That was my first MMF, which was very exciting.
Okay.
But obviously that was scary. It was my first one ever in my life.
In your life, like even in your personal life, like
I never had one
ever.
in my personal life. Yeah,
she'd been planning this for like 6 months. Like I heard about this. Like Mark, I'm the right people. Yeah. So. Povmaster, it's you've done something right. I'm telling you that much. Because she was 6 months search. All right,
6 months search.
So,
all right.
I was like, it has to be the right two guys that I'm like friends with that I've met. It was scary. Okay, thank you, PovMaster. I was very pleasant. I was a treat. Donny, I was a treat when we were filming too.
Amazing.
I was nervous
10 out of 10. You were nervous. Actually, we pretty much laughed. We laughed a lot of that.
Yeah.
I had to do a heavy editing.
It's me being so cute and
okay. All right.
An absolute treat.
Okay. After the 30 minutes of yelling at people though, that comes first. And then it's cute and a treat. Is that?
You get the yelling. You're my husband. That's why you get the yelling. Okay.
I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Okay. I'm so sorry. That's fun. And so, what's the idea with the house? So you live there and you basically shoot content out of there as well?
Yeah. So I live here and then I run it for Lydia Grace. She's like a big TikToker and she does OnlyFans and all that stuff. So I run it for her. People come here from pretty much all over the world to rent rooms and make content here. Australia, Canada, everywhere. But yeah, they rent rooms here. It's kind of like, an alternative to a hotel. And the whole house is, content friendly. They can have collaborations over, and you're not kind of stuck to one little room in a hotel. You know what I mean? With the same aesthetic.
So can people pay to actually stay there?
Yeah,
it's like a hotel, but then they can use there's a glory hole room upstairs.
Damn.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty interesting.
It's called Trippy House. By the way, for those that aren't watching this, there's some LEDs going in the background. There's a neon sign saying Trippy House. You can even, perfect. Thank you guys. They're moving out of the way for me.
You would like the house. Like the walls are like fluffy.
Dude,
and there's a little mushroom. So where the little, I don't know. If
the mushroom.
Where just behind Donny's microphone is like a mushroom.
Oh, okay. So how many mushrooms are consumed in the Trippy House? Because that'd be the best place for me as a guy that loves psychedelics. I want to rent a room just to trip.
Is there any tripping that goes on in the Trippy House? No.
Damn.
Sorry, guys.
Mark, we would allow Mark to trip here. That's
perfect. All right, we're on there. I'm gonna rent a room just to trip. Okay, there's people doing content and shit. I'm just gonna be mushrooms.
He'll just be rubbing the wall all night.
Mushroom. Where can people see? Because I was on Instagram. Was it Content Candy TV? Was that the Instagram that I saw?
That's mine. But Trippy House is it's Trippy Houses on Instagram.
Okay, Trippy Houses.
Yeah.
Right. So those that are wondering, you can go check that out as well. It's pretty fucking cool. So guys, I guess we'll start off with. Do you want to let me know how you both got into content creation? So maybe Povmaster, we'll start out with you. How did you become a porn star /
Okay, so I think how I started was I was going out with this girl that she was doing content. She was a content creator, and I was not. But then after a couple of weeks, she was just like, you should really use your tool for something else, and you should open a page as well. And I was just like, do you think so? And she said yes. And she started to introduce me with to her friends and start filming. So basically I was just being, let's say, a stunt. And I decided to open my own, and
let me just say, Povmaster does have a very nice cock for porn.
Has a good tool.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. So basically, you're fucking a girl, and she's like, "Damn, yo, you should come and fuck all my friends."
That's the dream, right? And then I was just like, "Are you sure?" And she was just like, "Yeah." I was just like, "Okay, I guess I gotta do that." Okay.
Do you still talk to her?
No.
Oh.
No.
That was a quick note.
Yeah, that was
is there a story?
Can we hear the story?
No, the story is it's a secret story.
Oh, okay.
Will you tell me later?
All right, we'll say
I can tell you later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
He's gonna tell me later.
It's off air.
And so basically, then you were helping out with creation with these girls, and then you started your own.
And then at the beginning, I started to do solo stuff. And then I tried to put the words out if anyone wants to collab, and here we are. Here I am in Vegas, passing by. Next stop is Europe.
Damn, world tour. How much longer you're in Vegas for?
Probably gonna leave in 10 days or something.
Okay. Oh shit.
Then I'm gonna hit London. I've been here 2 months, so I'm gonna hit probably London for a couple of weeks, and then going home for Christmas in Italy.
Nice,
how exciting.
Man. Yeah.
Donny, what about you? Tell us about your journey into porn.
So I used to live in another content house. And I used to shoot kind of behind the scenes stuff, funny stuff. And it just kind of led into the porn stuff.
What do you mean by behind the scenes funny stuff?
All right, so the platform. I know. Well, I like to be very. All right, I like to be vague about where I used to work because
you don't have to tell us where, but what did you do?
Essentially, it was like OnlyFans, except it was for on a Snapchat platform. So it was the same gist, but it was on Snapchat. I did everything through Snapchat. So there'd be parties going on at the house, or content people. I would do behind the scenes of photo shoots and all this stuff. And then I started doing the photo shoots, and then I started doing funny. The first thing I ever shot was. This girl was bent over, on the bathroom floor. And I made this is such a weird story. I got 2 gummy bears, right? And I made this collage of a forest on her lower back. Okay. Yeah. And I panned the camera really close in. And I wish I could, it's got to be buried on my hard drive somewhere. So there was a story about these gummy bears talking to each other, and it was a whole like story I'd written, and then the bear goes to hibernate at the end of it and goes in her asshole. But I had like a collage of like
gummy bear in a girl's
yeah,
asshole?
and I made a forest on her lower back, so it looked like
that doesn't sound safe.
So like I would just do weird stuff like that, and it kind of snowballed into, you know, my other
How
stuff.
did you get this idea? I'm just imagining like this screenplay written.
Okay, well, actually, Donny does still do things like that now. Because when I was at the Trippy House, we did a few X-rated games.
Yeah, now I do butt plug games. Which I have some right here.
Yeah, we did do funny games. Yeah.
Do you have the little tremor machine? So Donny, when I was there, we did like a little Halloween Jeopardy special, and it was me and another girl, and we were sitting on these like vibrating dildo machines, and they were like asking, like Donny and PovMasters were like asking us questions, and we had to try and answer them with like these vibrating things like going off inside of us.
Yeah, it was like it's like adult Jeopardy. But that's one thing I do, and then I
railed with a dildo.
Yeah, while you get railed with a dildo, and then I have these like weird butt plug games. So this is a fishing one, and the rod's connected to a butt plug.
Me to my childhood.
Yeah,
minus the butt plug. So this goes.
I was about to say you have a messed up childhood.
Yeah, my uncle played this game. No, I'm kidding. So basically, for those listening, there's a butt plug attached to a little fishing rod. Oh, what is this?
It's a beer pong cup. So we'll play beer pong.
So wait, does the beer go? I'm so confused. So okay, so a girl's there with the butt plug with the cup in it, and then you
gotta the butt.
Yeah. So yeah, you can play beer pong basically with this. This is actually this.
Or are these games? Are these games that like are just for sale, or have you made these apparatuses yourself?
I've made one. It's in the corner over there. I could show you that one. I've only made one, but I actually buy this through a company. It's glowfuckyourself.com or glowfyourself.com.
That's pretty good.
And he makes these and sells these online. And he goes viral like probably like 2 or 3 times a year, as you could tell, because all his shit's super weird. But yeah, that's where I get most of my butt plugs from, and then I'll make some myself. I'll go to Target and go through like the game aisles and be like, oh, this would be funny on a butt plug, and then I'll make it.
Have you ever used any yourself? Do you use any of these butt plugs on yourself?
I have not.
Oh.
Why not?
I know, disappointing. I know.
The lack of, God, I'm disappointed in that.
You know what?
Kat is
I will when you come back.
I'm very pro guys putting things up their ass.
Kat, when you come back, I'll 1v1 you in something, all right?
Well, when I was in Vegas, I kept trying to put my finger in Donny's ass and he wouldn't let me.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you said you were like, oh no, I haven't like, what did you say? You said
I said I got to shave my asshole. Yeah, I got a bush down there.
And I was like, just let me do it. I was like, just let me do it. You're like, no. he would have, I get like, he said he would have let me apparently, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. I would have. I'll shave my ass. I'll shave my asshole for you when you come back. All right.
Nice. True love right there. When you're willing to shave an asshole, that's
when you're willing to let a girl stick her fingers inside your ass.
Jesus. You're so what's the word for it? You're very pushy for it, aren't you? Big advocate of this.
That's why I said I'm going to stick my fingers in your ass.
Yeah, it's not happening. Not shave my asshole, please.
I'm going to do it on air. One of these days, I'm going to bend you over.
No, it's never happening. Good luck. So with these games, because this is amazing. I love this idea, by the way. Like you go down. Fucking, I sent
you a free trial to Donny. Did you end up subscribing?
No, I haven't had a look at it yet. But so what I'm picturing is Donny walking down like the kids section of, I'm trying to think of a supermarket you have there, and then being like, okay, this actually, we put a butt plug on this. This could be fun.
That's exactly what happened last time I went, and last time I made something, that's exactly what happened.
Well, since then, sometimes Donny just turns around and is like, I got an idea. And it's like, we stop in what we're doing and just explain. I was like, okay, I guess we should do that.
Bro, this is the greatest porn ever, because I'm someone that doesn't actually consume that much porn at all, to be honest. But if you turned it into a game show, I'm there. Like, this is exciting. This is fun.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, I'm telling you. Once you hop on
PovMaster, have you been a part of these games? Have you ever dabbled in a bit of gameplay?
I've been like a judge of it, and I did what I did.
You did the Halloween thing too. When you were dressed up as Pennywise. Actually,
I was controlling the vibrator. Or I did the cooking show.
The cooking show. Yeah, that was
a
good show.
Yeah. So basically,
what's the cooking show?
What happened was, so I'm a chef, right, in my personal life, and Donny found another content creator that she is a chef too. So basically, he gave us $50 each to go shopping and create whatever we wanted, right? And there was 4 judges that were naked, and we were cooking naked with just an apron on. And they had to judge our dishes on top of the machine that Kat used for the Halloween. And basically, they were eating, and we were controlling the machine. Basically, the plate was shaking, and they were like doing this, and
so they were like eating while
getting fucked with the machine.
Yeah, and they had to judge the food on presentation, taste, and
like a
and can
master
I say
chef.
that machine is intense. On the highest one, like as somebody who wrote it, like you guys wouldn't know because you guys are bitches. You haven't put it in your ass yet. But it's
wow,
that machine.
Yeah, you guys are so soft.
Not putting shit in your eye. Yeah,
actually, the judges, they were like two guys who were judges, and they were using the machine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were happy to have it on 10.
In their asses.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Impressive.
the people eating are basically getting pleasure from both ends. They're having your cooking
exactly
as they're getting like railed in the ass.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That was good.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Awesome.
And then I edited an intro and have like scoreboards up on there and stuff. It took me about like 40 or 50 hours to edit the whole thing front to back.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is
it's like a legit show. It's like something you'd watch on TV. Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it go for? Was this like a?
I think it was like 25, 30 minutes.
Thing?
Yeah, the video was like 25, 30 minutes.
It's
the show during the day, we probably spend maybe 6 hours to do it. Something like that.
Yeah, because I went to the store and followed them around the store and while they pick their items, and all that stuff.
I think that is one of the best that you've done.
That's one of my best shows for sure.
Damn, that's awesome. And do you enjoy that whole process? Like, do you enjoy that 50 hours? I'm just hearing that and like
it makes me cringe too.
I've edited before.
Yeah,
I
enjoy
that process.
I enjoy editing stuff like that. You know what I mean? I enjoy it because I know like the final product's going to be awesome. If it was like me editing 50 hours for somebody else's thing or something, I would struggle getting through it. But because I essentially have the creative freedom, you know what I mean, to kind of make it my own thing. The time passes by very fast, thankfully.
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit like an art form, right? It is. You have that creative control over it. You get to have your own spin. So yeah, I guess it is like an artwork essentially.
Yeah.
So Povmaster, you just recently went face out. For everyone that doesn't know what that is. So yeah, I guess in the porn industry, you can, be what we call face in, which means you don't show your face. And you just recently went face out, which means you now show your face when previously you didn't. How's that been?
It's been good actually. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I got good feedback from the people that follow me and my fans and stuff.
Because you're a good looking bloke. So
I'll take that. I'm a good looking bloke.
You are a good looking bloke.
And actually, it's been pretty good. It's going good so far. And I finally did it. Like, I was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I keep doing POV? But then once you go face out, you can expand so much more on content and stuff.
Yeah, you do TikTok stories,
other
things. Do you find that you're getting more traction?
Heaps more traction.
Yeah, because now you can really kind of, I guess.
I can actually, because before my page.
You can actually talk.
Before my page was basically the girls and my hand or this part of my body. And now I can actually put my face. I can do normal photos. So it's pretty easy.
And who's the third person there that's face out with you? Is that your puppy?
Yeah, this is the house dog, Norman. My little guy.
How old is he?
He's seen some shit. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Does he ever try to get involved? Is he like trying to hump a leg while you guys are shooting?
No, he's actually very good. Actually, he doesn't. The only thing he humps is other dogs, but he's pretty good about that, which I'm actually shocked.
Very cute.
It's traumatized. That's probably why.
yeah.
He's like, yo, these people keep putting shit in their arms.
Yeah. When the doorbell rings, he's like, here we go, another one.
That's too funny. So, okay, I gotta ask. All right. Well, every time I say that, Kat's like, "What are you gonna ask, huh? Where are you going with this, guys? What's it like?"
Ganging up on me.
No. This is I'm being kind. This one's not about you. This is about two young men that their job is to have sex, basically on video, right? What is it like dating? Okay, because if you meet a girl out, she's like, "What do you do?" You're like, "I'm a porn star." What type of reactions do you get?
It's actually, it's hard. Like, I'm single and I like it that way because until I find someone that actually understand what we're doing for a job, because communication and jealousy and all that stuff need to be on point, because it's impossible if you don't. That's what I feel about working in this industry and having a relationship outside that's with someone that is not in the industry. It's pretty hard to understand what we're doing, and it's to understand that it's a job. Like, when the job is done, we're going home back to whoever we have to. That's what I think.
So do you find it, do you mainly look for people in the industry, or have
I don't
you dated
look for
outside
anyone.
the industry? Oh, you don't look for anybody?
No.
Do you,
I mean, if
do
someone,
you think that you can date in this industry?
if I find someone that is reasonable and open-minded as me, why not? Is this, we're doing like are we asking for girls to come in our relationship?
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, girls, if you're looking for an open-minded young man, I was about to get
Send your resumes to us.
Exactly.
It was going there. I was like, oh, this guy gonna help me.
Send him to the Cat and Mark show.
Kat has told me, we've heard, all right? You got a piece over there, all right? Your face is out now.
Oh,
so
very much so.
This is, we're going to have to filter through these, okay? High quality entries only, all right? You have to be okay with the porn industry.
Yeah.
And we're going to send him over to Italy, all right?
Yes.
A nice Italian stud.
Yeah.
Take that.
What about you, Donny? Have you dated much in or out of the industry, I guess?
I mean, not too much. Like said, like, communication's really important if you're in a relationship, but you know, a lot of people tend to be like insecure and things like that. So it's hard to find somebody, essentially, you know, that's okay with that. And it's understandable to me. Like, I've been on dates before that only went one date, because it's like, oh, I couldn't, you know, some people are honest where they're like, I couldn't date somebody that does that, which is fine. You know what I mean? You know, it's the people that jump into it and they're like, oh, I could date somebody. And then, you know, 3 months later, have an issue with everything. So
you two would meet like a lot of girls at work, right? Like, do you ever, is there ever any sparks with like co-stars, I guess?
Yeah, it can be. It can happen. But then as a male in the industry, to do the step, you don't do the step. You don't do the step of the off-camera kissing or stuff like that. If happens from a girl, because it's not, how do you say, it's like, it's something not right to do if a male does it. If a girl does it, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's about being extra.
Like, you need to be extra careful. You can't cross the line in the industry. You can't.
Yeah, it's hard as a guy in the industry, I guess, because there are a lot of guys in the industry that are in it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Yeah. Perceived to be as one of those guys.
Yeah. So like, you don't want to step the lines of that collaboration that you did. You just finished the work and then something happened afterwards. You don't want to step that boundaries. So basically, you stay put.
Stay put.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? Like, I think it's different if you're out at a bar or something, right? Because there's no, I mean, I guess it's probably very similar to any other workplace, really. I mean, kind of. Like, there's a lot of other workplaces, if you just meet someone and a colleague, you want to be really careful about the way you go about showing some intent.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it now. I guess that's true. It is a little bit unfair for guys, isn't it?
It fucking sucks. Yeah. Listen, it's tough for us out here, boys.
I remember I had a fling with like somebody when I was like working back in accounting, and I was the one that like made the move, I guess. But like, he was like, "Yeah, I liked you, but I never wanted to hit on you." And, and so now I'm just thinking about it, I guess it's kind of the same in like any industry. The guys are just like, "Oh, I don't want to be seen as like someone who's like harassing girls."
Yeah. Yeah, especially like the whole Me Too thing, especially if you have like a power imbalance, the guy's like your boss or some shit, becomes like really difficult, I think.
Definitely.
What do you think, Donny? You got anything to say on this, mate?
Nope, no comment.
That's too funny.
Sorry. Okay, I'll tell the story. All right, I'll tell the story now since I don't know what you're barking at, Mike. Okay, so I actually spoke about this.
Get it out there.
I actually spoke about this a couple of weeks ago on the show, and I was like, oh, so there was this guy in Vegas that I was like a bit keen on. And I was like flirting with him, and I got the sense that he was like flirting with me, and like, he just kind of like wasn't taking the bait. Like I kept flirting and he just, wasn't doing anything. And then finally I just got fed up and I just turned him and I was like, so we got to make out now.
See, she just yelled at him. Okay, yeah, I'll go back to our previous conversation. All right. Just yelled at him.
She yelled at me.
Forced it. Hey, Donny, you okay?
I've had a lot of sleepless nights thinking.
It wasn't from that. I can guarantee. It wasn't because I was yelling.
It was from you leaving. That's what it was.
But yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, 100%. It is tough, but I think that's probably good advice as well for any like content creators that are guys. Is you want to do exactly what you guys are doing, which is like be very careful.
Hey, be professional. Be professional. You just do your thing.
Themselves at you.
Yeah, just be professional.
You weren't throwing yourself at me.
I was.
Sorry, what were you saying, Pov?
Yeah, it's just like be professional. Make sure you don't step those boundaries.
No, 100%. So, talking about being professional, do you guys have any crazy stories for us in shooting content or any requests you've had for OnlyFans and stuff? I know, Donny, you like even the standard stuff you were mentioning sounds pretty wild. But is there anything that's happened in your journey of content creation that's been a little bit wild?
In mine, it's pretty standard content, so it's been all right.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you?
Worst? What are we talking about? Worst? What's worst? What's considered weird?
I don't know. Did you get pooped on while you were doing anal or something?
I mean, not really. I mean, can happen.
Not really.
Can happen.
A little bit.
If you sign up to anal, like
can happen. You know the risk.
But what I'm picturing right now is that Povmaster has probably had a bunch of wild things happen to him. What we would like everyone else would consider wild, and he's like, just some witches here and there. Like, I don't know, got some poop in my dick once.
Povmaster is Italian. They're pretty sexually like
liberated.
Yes. So I feel like what an Italian would think is wild is probably very up
normal.
here.
Yeah. Just fucking girls on camera,
I'm just thinking it's like not really. No, it's like it's not weird, but something that happened was I rent a room in Vegas to do a collab last time. Not last time, or maybe I don't know when. Last time I was here and did a collab and just did this kind of / funny video of making the girl squirt off the balcony, but stuff like that. But it's not really weird.
I mean, that's pretty wild. So you made a squirt off the balcony?
Yeah.
like was anyone?
I don't know. I mean, it was like 60 floor up. So I'm guessing.
Someone's walking down the street. Is it raining? How? It's so sunny out.
So yeah,
are you allowed to do public content on like OnlyFans anymore?
You're not, but you can. There's always a way. And for me, being POV for me was easy to do a outdoor scene because you're focusing on something else, and you just see sometimes that you're outdoor and you're not in a bedroom, so it's pretty easy.
Oh, okay. So it's like not focused on it being like public. So
yeah, you can't show other people on OnlyFans. You can't obviously show there's other people around and stuff. So you need to make sure you're sneaky when you do that stuff, guys. if you do it.
Okay.
If you do it.
Nice.
Tip from a pro here: be sneaky.
Be sneaky. Because it sells. Public stuff sells.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how do you go with all of the rules and everything on that? So like to everybody listening, I hope that doesn't really know. So all of the platforms have like lots of rules, and OnlyFans every day is bringing out some new rule. Instagram and TikTok are banning some new word or something. Have you ever had any like account bans or anything?
I had the only account that has been removed twice for me, and you're gonna find it super weird. It's been Twitter.
What really?
My
Not
Twitter.
TikTok?
What?
My Twitter has
How
been.
did you get banned on
TikTok, that
Twitter?
people
I don't
get
know.
banned off TikTok
I had
really.
no idea. I've been deleted twice. The first time I was at 8,000.
You've got to be
followers,
pretty hardcore to
and
get deleted off Twitter.
The second time is at 15,000. So I still don't know why, because I'm still posting the same stuff. It's I can't.
Twitter's like the most liberal out of all of them.
I know.
And it doesn't tell you why, right? It just
no, they're just like gone. Your
Yeah,
account is be suspended. And I was
I
like,
don't give a fuck.
all right.
Fuck me, Dad. That's crazy.
Weird.
What about you, Donny? You've your shit canceled before?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever gotten anything deleted. Like
I
I've
guess your
gotten
content is a
flags
little
and
bit more
stuff.
fun.
Well,
guess.
actually, here's the thing with butt plugs. Like, all right, like this butt plug, for instance. Once.
By the way, sorry, for those listening, this is a butt plug with a fucking basketball attached to it. This is wild.
All right, so when this is inserted in, so you can't insert random objects in you on like OnlyFans, right? So when this is inserted in somebody, it looks like a random object because people look at it and they're like, all right, why is there, who would have a butt plug with a basketball hoop on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have to be like very careful. Like in the beginning, I'll promote, where I got it from and all that. Cause sometimes they'll pull it thinking it's not a butt plug and they think it's an inanimate object. So I have to be like careful with the butt plug stuff. If I get them pulled like and just appeal, they'll give me my stuff back. But
Okay, so you have to be careful. As long as they start, you're like, oh, I got this online from here, and this is what it looks like, and blah blah, and then like continue kind of the scene and that.
yeah, and then
So you
they'll
can always like go back.
Yeah, then they'll give it back to me. I actually got my OnlyFans account frozen before. So I used to pay girls just to do like kind of takeovers. So the girl
A what?
like a takeover. So I would pay a girl to essentially send me content and she'd be like, "Hey, I'm doing a takeover on the page. I'm going to do a solo for you guys for Content Candy's like, audience basically." Like it was good filler content, you know what I mean? And it would introduce the girl to my page and my followers. And I used to do that. And then OnlyFans shut me down for like a month. And because they
But
thought
you're
I
allowed
was
to show content of other people, aren't you? So long as they're tagged.
right. Right. They thought I was stealing other people's videos and tagging them just because it was them. Like they don't even bother watching the intro where they're like, "Hey, I'm doing a takeover on this page." You know what I mean? So first they froze my money to where I couldn't pull money. Right. And then, it takes forever to get in touch with somebody. A week goes by. I still am not in touch with somebody. Another week goes by and they're like, "Oh, we sent you to this department. They'll be able to tell you what's wrong." Right. Now 2 weeks have gone by. And then they froze it even more. And the second step freeze means they automatically turn resubscribers off. And then they don't allow anyone to join. So essentially from that point on, you have a month to get your page back. Otherwise you lose every single one of your followers. So I went before I got the problem fixed, I was a week and a half into that. So I had lost a couple hundred people because of that.
Oh my God.
So I had to pull all the solos down. And obviously, it's whatever. I wasted my money on that. You know what I mean? But
so they didn't let you even keep those even.
I didn't want to at that point.
Girl was paid for this and she's agreed to it.
Right. They would have to
so
watch.
They still made you take.
Yeah, I took that. Yeah. They,
oh my God.
Well, they essentially had to get everyone to re-sign everything we're allowed to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then send them all that, which took, days to get. I think I had to get over 100 people. And then they're like, "Oh, okay, here's your content back." But at that point I was terrified. You know what I mean? To go through that process again and essentially lose all my people. So I just pulled all that stuff down.
Yeah, so you may as well just not even bother.
Yeah, yeah.
When you went through that, Donny, did you ever feel like, fuck, after this, I'm just going to create my own platform in a sense? I'll just have a private website and like fuck using like OnlyFans or something?
I've been wanting to do that forever. It's just I don't have the funds to do it. It's like if I already know exactly how I want it to look and everything, like to the T. Except it's like, it's like $5-10 grand to start up.
Yeah.
Which I don't have to do that. But one day I'd like to do that. I don't understand why people don't do that more often, because you're at the mercy of another platform. You know what I mean? If
and then when they ban shit.
Yeah, or if they just decide to shut down tomorrow, you're screwed. So like the people that are doing
what happens. I know so many people that OnlyFans just one day just took their account and that was like their livelihood.
Yeah. And I don't understand people that are making like, a lot of money to like just throw some of that to the side and start your own site. You don't have to heavy promote your site, but eventually, it might take a year or two, but you start moving people over there, which they will go eventually. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you have your own site and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. The only rules you have to follow are the, credit card company rules, like no blood, no pee, no poop, pretty standard stuff. But other than that, you don't have to worry about somebody pulling your content because, you squirt or your friend decided to do a solo, you know what I mean, on your page. But
it's wild.
Yeah, well, you know what? There must be, because I don't really know anyone that does have their own page. So there's got to be some reason why people aren't doing that. Because even if I'm thinking of like the big porn stars and stuff, like I don't like, like the Johnny Sins and the Kazumis and stuff, they don't have their own page, do they?
It's just not, I mean, some of them do, but it's just, if you don't, it's just not smart. It's, I don't know. I know people and I tell them all the time, start your own page. And it's
we have a similar thing with escorting. It's like, it's like not your own page, but it's a newsletter. So like me and all of the other girls, like we all like really try to hassle people to like get onto our newsletter because it's the same kind of principle. When, a directory could go down, or your Instagram could go down, or I don't know, your number could get cancelled.
You could kind of disappear from social in a day.
So anything could have, like even the other day, Optus went out, and oh my god, I had people like that. I had seen people on Twitter, like other escorts that were like suicidal because their work number was like with Optus, and the Optus ads went out, and they're like, oh my god, like now I can't get inquiries and things. So obviously, if you've got something like a newsletter or like other platforms, that you need to
with back up yourself somehow.
Yeah, I try to get as many people as I can. I'm like, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, because if everything goes down, then my newsletter will be the one way that you can like communicate with me through like anything.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have your own page?
I do not. I have a couple of platforms that like everyone knows: OnlyFans, Fansly, ManyVids, and that's it. And that's what I use. I use Twitter, and now I just open an Instagram so I can show my face in that to advertise. And yeah, that's basically it.
Do you do like Pornhub and stuff like that, or you?
I do have some stuff on Pornhub, but it's from other people posting. I don't have my own page on Pornhub, let's say.
Yeah,
I eventually open one, but not sure.
And Povmaster, you're a trained chef, right?
I am. How do you know that?
So you
I tried.
Smart man.
Oh my god, I tried his cooking when I was in Vegas. I was there one night, and I was like, I'm so hungry, and he's like, oh, I'll make you pasta, and I was like, whatever, like didn't think anything of it. I'm telling you, it was one of the nicest pastas I've ever eaten in my whole life.
What pasta did they make?
Bolognese. It was like bolognese sauce with like just like a rigatoni or something like that. It was so nice. I'm still thinking about fucking pasta.
I made lasagna the other day.
Stop. Can you freeze some? Put some in the freezer for when I'm there.
Yeah, I'll send it over.
Did you have a vibrating butt plug in while you tasted it, or no?
I would make it better. Next time I'm going to have to get on the tremor.
Exactly. What I want to know is, obviously you've done that scene with Donny where you were cooking. Have you ever thought about incorporating cooking more into your content?
You can just do so much for it, I guess. Like scene in the kitchen and stuff like that. It's just so much that you can do. And then after a bit, I guess it's get repetitive and boring. Like,
yeah, because I was just thinking, like, I see a lot of like Instagram pages, for example. Like, there's a lot of like short form content for like cooking. I'm just picturing you doing that, but then adding in like some porn into it.
Yeah, I should do a YouTube channel with cooking first and then turn into a sexy afterwards.
Yeah,
I should do that.
Yeah, I think that'll be wild. I think it'd be a good way to go down. But yeah, I was just curious. It's also next time we catch up with you guys. I'm looking forward to this pasta that Katija's going on about.
And you might have to come with me to the Trippy House next
time. Yeah, straight or Italy maybe. That's where you're off to. But yeah, we'll be in Vegas soon though. Next year.
Will we?
Yeah, well I will be.
You should come for ABN.
Like,
I might come for ABN.
Oh, I might be going in May as well, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's for what? Sorry, ABN.
ABN. The awards.
What is it?
What, really?
Say it again.
ABN.
What the fuck is ABN? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck ABN is.
God.
Someone explain to me what ABN is.
Which one of you want to explain it?
Donny.
You're
American.
American.
What is it?
Oh, I do it. It's a porn awards industry. It's a word industry.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically like the Australian adult industry.
It's obviously the biggest.
Right.
The biggest.
I was waiting for something like, when you like AVN, I'm like, this sounds.
No, but
what is it?
No, I was just shocked that you didn't know what the AVNs were when you're in the sex industry. What the fuck?
No.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm not American. Okay, I'm so sorry.
They're probably like the main awards, like I guess, in the world.
I think that's the biggest awards for the industry
in the world.
Yeah.
So on that topic, how do you find the American scene, let's say, of content creation compared to the Australian one? And have you shot in Europe yet, or no? You're just heading there.
Sorry, what do you say? The last part.
How do you find the American scene when it comes to like content creation versus Australian? Or have you shot in Europe yet, or you?
I haven't shot in Europe, but I'm going to soon. Yeah. So what I can say is that American industry compared to Australian is so much more safe, advanced, and it's really on point on the industry standard of the testing. Example, when mycoplasma genitalium came out, there's an STD. It came out in America. They had exposure, I think last year, was it?
Yeah, I think it started last year is when I started seeing it on Twitter.
It started last year in America, and they got straight on to put it on the full panel in the talent testing and whoever is doing the testing here. And in Australia, it just started to be processed to being put.
We're still struggling with
and people don't consider it as a scary STD, so don't even get tested for it because they haven't heard it before. They don't know what it was. Like when I was in Australia and I was asking my doctor to get tested for it, his question was like, why? So I had to explain, you don't need to know why. I want to get tested for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why I get tested. I need to be tested for it.
Yeah, it sounds
it's fair. I guess it's fair, right? You want to be safe in the industry, so you need to make sure everyone else is safe in the industry. And Australia is really behind compared to America. And obviously, there's always the industry person that doesn't follow the rules and trying to sneak in without not doing the testing. And it could be in America, it could be in Europe and in Australia. But if you follow the rules, the industry standard, you'll be good.
You just find it a little bit more professional over there in terms of testing.
A lot more.
Yeah, because I guess in America, the American sex industry, I guess, is basically kind of run by, I guess, the porn companies. Like the porn companies, set, I guess, what the rules and the example, and they, have like all of these strict measures and things that it then, I guess, trickles down to the creators and whatnot. But I guess in Australia, we don't have these big porn companies that are kind of like mandating things. We mostly look to what the American people are doing. But yeah, obviously, as what Povmaster is saying, there's a bit of a lag with when, they're doing it in America. And then most of the time it'll be people will go to America, or we might see something on Twitter. Like the first time I ever heard of mycoplasma was I saw Kazumi or somebody posting about it on Twitter, like when it started coming out. This, like a while ago, like last year. So that was the first time I'd ever heard of it, was when she started posting it on Twitter. And then so that's basically like how we find out about things here.
Gotta wait for Twitter.
But in America, the porn companies, I guess, kind of set all the rules and stuff, but we don't have that luxury here, which I guess is why it's a bit of a shit show. But then
at the same time, like a porn industry or agency that here in America don't, some of them, they're not following the industry standard. Example, if you're a porn star and you're from this particular agency or that one, blah, 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 and you get tested for mycoplasma and you find out that you're positive, that means that you'll be out of work for that agency for at least a month. So the agency sometimes avoid to get tested for mycoplasma because they don't want their talent to lose a month, and the agency is gonna lose money on the talent that is not working for a month. So there's always someone that doesn't respect the industry standard. So it comes down to the person and the genuine person that is be like, no, I want to be safe for myself and for the other people in the industry.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a fucked up thing. I think. Sorry for elbowing you. I just
beat the fuck out.
Exactly. I got some support here, so it's time to beat you up.
I know. Fuck you guys.
And I think it's a good thing about like independent content creation. It's good and bad. Like you may lack some standards that are getting set like above you in a sense, but also you're allowed to set your own standards, right? So you can say like, look, this is what I require for a collaboration. This is like the level I need to meet, and you can set those for yourself, which I guess is kind of the nice thing. Donny, have you been to Australia? Have you shot any content over here before?
No, I'd love to go though.
Oh, you should. You should get over here.
Donny would explode in Australia.
The Australian audience would love these games. I'm telling you,
Mark. If I go there, Mark, will you be one of my judges,
mate? I'm there.
I think
we should do it on the show. We should do it on the show.
Yeah, dude, done. 100%.
We do need tremor machines, I think.
Yeah. Dude, I'm already looking forward to it.
I know. I told Donny, I was like, yeah, you definitely need to come to Australia, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, awesome. Next year. Next year,
Donny would explode in Australia.
They would love it.
Said nobody.
So,
he
no
told
one
me
does
no one's
no
doing
one
anything
does something
fun
like that
or anything like that. It's more serious stuff there.
It's a classic bedroom situation, I guess.
Tripod.
I haven't seen anything too kind of niched out. I mean, again, you probably know more about this than I do, but like just from the content I've seen, it's typically not that like niched out. And I think like the games thing, it's new to me. I don't know if anyone's doing it here, to be honest.
No,
I
one's doing it here.
And I think like the audience here would love it. Like,
watch after this podcast, Australia being wild on games. Come up with kangaroos pouches and doing kangaroos onesies and stuff like that.
I've come up with some messed up games before.
Ooh, actually, speaking of games and things, I want to talk about you two doing what are you two doing with Pokemon right now? These two.
Oh man,
we're gonna put our other business in line.
Yeah,
that's our other business.
We do porn. And
what are you guys doing?
Donny,
they're Pokemon.
All right, so we have a TikTok live shop where we we'll open packs and sell like bags of cards and slabs, and we do very well on there. It's a graded card.
Yeah, so people like pay you to open the cards. Essentially, is that
that and we'll have like slab prizes and stuff. So a slab is a graded card. So say a card's worth $30. Okay, if you look up the price of the card, it's worth $30 raw, just as is. If you get it raw. I had to make the connection there between the two, between the two businesses. But if you grade it, getting a grade 10 would be it's mint condition, right? Perfect condition, and then it goes. You can get it graded 1 through 10, depending on how good condition the card is. And if it's a 10, depending on what the card is, it increases the value. Like, I mean, depending on what the card is,
some cards could go up to $30,000.
Yeah. I've seen on Twitch. There was a huge phase of this where people would have streams where they're just like opening cards like nonstop and
it's ridiculous.
Is it like graded? I forget the name of it, but
it's ridiculous. I started as a kind of curiosity when I was in Australia, and then I come up here and I was like, "Yeah, Donny, there's some money to make. Are you ready?" And we just started.
I saw it on your Instagram story, and it looked like a full production. There was like a table and lights and everything. It looked like a game show almost. It was so serious. So how was that going? So I didn't even realize you could buy things on TikTok. How does that even work?
Yeah, you just open a TikTok shop and basically
TikTok shop.
Yeah,
so
TikTok
pay you money onto TikTok.
Yes. You can put your credit card.
And then does it give
TikTok.
you like their address and shit? And then you just
so basically what happened is we receive an order from that person, and TikTok gave us, the person's got his own address and phone number and real name and blah, blah. And TikTok gave us the option to print the label and just ship it out. And that's what we do.
Oh, wow.
Happy
and
days.
TikTok take take commission that is pretty low, and we take the rest.
Perfect.
And how's it going? Is it? It looks like it's doing all right for you too.
It's doing all right. We're not talking about numbers, but
I'm so shitty.
we might stop porn. We might stop in porn and do this full time. I'm not having fun.
He's not joking.
He's not joking right now.
It's
doing well.
It's great. Yeah.
Congrats, boys. Well done.
Right now, he's equal to my.
Like we blow through our inventory in one live.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
We need more inventory.
Like one live could be 2 hours, and let's say it could be roughly between 1,500 to 2,500 in 2 hours.
Damn, boys.
So
right, keep that to yourself. Everyone's going to be.
2 hours, that's pretty
this is going to be cut. Let's cut this.
Yeah, this is a secret. This is a secret. All right. You're gonna have a group of porn stars just
start opening Pokemon cards, and they're gonna be like naked.
I'm so shitty that you weren't doing that when I was there.
The cat just loves Pokemon. That's why.
Well, it's just because you were stuck in a room for 3 days. That's
all.
She wasn't able to.
Like,
whose room?
I was worried. I was like, what happened to Kat? She's disappeared for 3 days.
Yeah. That's what happened.
You guys just putting it over. Oh, all right, I'll put it on you two now. I asked you two. I was like, let's have an MMF. And you were like, oh, nah.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
And I feel like if we say no, there's only one reason. Is because one of us is being drained, so it could have not been work.
Oh, he came out of the room.
Just saying.
There was nothing left. Good.
I remember my man Donny was I think the day that you left, we had to pick up someone from the airport, and he was completely pussy drunk. It was.
Well, that's what you said.
Oh my god!
It was
I almost crashed my car 3 times. I was missing turns and shit.
Almost crashed, missing turns. I was like, Donny, do you want me to take over here? And he turns around and like, I'm pussy drunk. Sorry. I was like, great.
I love that term.
Great.
We've all been there.
Man.
So,
all right, boys.
Thanks, Kat.
Sorry.
Boys, what are your plans for the future? What's coming up? So we've got the Pokemon cards. Donny's going to come join us in Australia. If you got what else is happening? We'll start with you, Povmaster.
I'm going. I got a couple of more collabs here in Vegas before I leave, and then I'm gonna try to go to London for a bit and work there, spread the voice over there, and just Europe. And
are you gonna come back?
Probably. I was talking with my best friend Coco, and
I was just with Coco the other day.
Yeah, she told me, "Don't come back in Australia. We'll meet somewhere else in America." So I'll probably be back in America after Europe because she can come here, and we're just gonna meet here. And yeah, that's the plan.
Fuck yeah,
pretty easy.
Sounds good.
Just going with the flow, I guess.
Good on you, bro.
Donny, what about you? What's your upcoming plans other than slinging Pokemon cards around?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I have nothing big planned. Maybe like, a fun little Christmas thing for OnlyFans. Yeah, I'd love to come to Australia sometime next year. Hopefully earlier on in the year, because it's your summer now, right?
Yeah, we're heading into it.
Yeah, so December, January,
Feb, yeah.
Feb is the ideal time.
Yeah, you definitely want to skip Sydney and Melbourne, and you want to go to the Gold Coast.
Straight to the Gold Coast. Huh?
Straight to the Gold Coast.
Sydney's where it's at,
Sydney's,
bro.
yeah.
Sydney's
are you
the
serious?
best.
Sydney's where.
Yeah.
Please.
How are there a lot of sex workers in Sydney, or no? Or
only escorts.
Only escorts.
Most of the content creators are going to be like
the content creators don't live in Sydney. It's basically just escorts here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you want to be in the Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast.
Yeah. You want to skip?
Yeah, but come visit Sydney.
Yeah,
it's better.
I mean,
just do the layover in Sydney for like 2 hours and then catch the plane.
You'll need 3 days. All right, and boys, where can everyone find you listening? What should they look up?
PovMaster 01, I believe, on Instagram. PovMaster 1 on Twitter. PovMaster on OnlyFans. That's my handles, I believe. Not even sure.
We'll pop them down.
Yeah, we'll put all your links in the thing.
And
Donny,
where can Where can people find you at?
All my links are at www.contentcandy.tv.
So much professional.
Yeah, can I set that up for you?
yeah, you gotta do that.
It costs like $10
it
a year.
usually costs like $1.
Yeah.
And to everyone listening, you can see my videos with both of these boys on all of our pages. Unfortunately, not an MMF. Maybe one day.
That's the dream of every girl. Me and Donny together.
Yeah, if you stop backing out, we will. For sure.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
not the one that.
I heard you were pussing out. Okay.
Me?
That's what these boys told me. They were like, "You were just too soft. You couldn't take it."
It was my idea.
All right, boys. Thank you so much for coming on. It's nice having some backup over here. I appreciate it. Donny, if you're in Sydney, come say hi. And Povmaster, maybe I'll see you overseas. So yeah, thanks for coming on, boys. Appreciate it.
Thanks
for
guys.
having us on.